Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Millions of viewers. Fans.
Millions and millions of viewers.
What are you doing? It's Dan and Margie, the Gen-Xers.
The only ones.
Probably you heard we were a small generation or keep kind of quiet and to ourselves. Well, that's why.
There's only two of us. There's only two of us.
And well, Johnny, but he's training for the All Valley.
Right. He had to send his avatar here today.
We had a lot of plans for this show. We had practiced all kinds of stuff. We had different setups, this and that. Turns out, well, I got home from work. I'm tired. My friend Chase called. Margie's mom called. We're just going to sit here and talk.
That's right. It's a work in progress.
No,
we're still a work in progress.
We've got all kinds of interesting stuff coming up. We're going to have our live shows where we just sit and kind of chat with you all. But we're going to have videos where we learn new stuff, show you new stuff, go places. Little video essays about comedians, us reacting to stuff, skits, I don't know.
And we've already had a couple of those things, so you can check them out.
You've seen some samplings.
Yeah.
I know
Quit
you have.
criticizing us. No, you're not.
Well.
You're really not.
Margie, how's your week been?
My week's been good, but do you know what's happening right now in our neck of the woods?
No.
What's almost happening?
No.
It's not quite happening yet, but it's going to.
Yeah?
It's going to snow.
I know. Yesterday we had tomatoes ripe on the vine.
Yeah.
Today it's going to snow.
Really, literally.
I know.
And they're still out there, but they're not going to be out there for very long.
Yeah,
it is imminent.
It is imminent, yeah. It's went from 70 to 40. That's what it's like in Missouri. About to in the course of 35 minutes.
A few hours.
It didn't seem like long, did it? But
a few hours from shirt sleeves to winter coats.
Yeah, we've got the snow going on. It was election week, so we went and voted. I'm not going to talk too much about politics because my theory is if people would stop caring so much about politics, the country would be much better off. The stories, yes. The issues, sure. Politics, it's just minutia. The people yapping. Who said what? Gossip.
You know what my theory is? Shut up.
Yeah, just be quiet about it. Stop talking about it, everybody.
That's
My
right.
God, we don't care who you vote for.
So we got that.
I just vote in alphabetical order.
I like all the letters.
I do. I feel bad for a Z because I've never voted for a person whose name started with Z in my life.
Never a Zachariah or a Zedekiah?
One time, but there was a Xavier who barely beat him because, again, I vote solely based on alphabetical order.
Right. There was a Yanush that came just before him. Sadly, he got it.
We had a big bonfire this week.
Mm-hmm.
Right over some friends, some s'mores and whatnot. Beautiful night.
Which I do have to say, I'm kind of on a journey with vegan food. Just like learning to bake with it.
Well, you've been a very good journey because it's been very good.
I mean, that's a work in progress too. So I'm learning the flavors are always really good, but the textures are different because you have to, of course, substitute eggs and milk and butter, cream, that kind of stuff. So it's a challenge.
About a year ago, I became a vegan, not for health or moral reasons, but because I wanted that vegan skinny look like Bill Clinton and Al Sharpton and who's the guy Kevin Smith had after the heart attacks and they went vegan? I didn't have a heart attack. I wanted to skip that part. Go
Right. straight
to that real frail looking old man vegan look.
Wow.
I'm getting there.
Wow.
I'm close.
Well, those guys will be glad to know.
Sure. They're my heroes.
That's what they're my
Not
heroes.
for anything they've done, but just because of how much weight they lost once. But I am a vegan. I was a vegetarian for a long time. Then went vegan, and you're learning to make all kinds of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm hoping so. You make a lot of really good vegan stuff, but I like the baking side more.
I feel like I've had to relearn cooking in last year because I love to cook, and now I've had to learn all kinds of new stuff and how to cook it without all that stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But,
And hopefully we'll be able to show you some of those recipes on here.
Well,
if you like to cook.
I put one up already, making the pasta arrabbiata or whatever, the angry pasta.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making some more of that the other night, right before our bonfire. You and our daughter were sitting down watching something on the TV, and I thought I'd come in and have a seat for a minute. Wiped my eye. My eye starts burning a little bit. I'm a cook. I like to cook a lot. I like spicy food. This is not the first time this has happened. So I'm like, uh-oh. Go up, get a little bit of water. It just keeps burning and burning and hurting like it's about to melt out. And that's when I yell in there, Margie, something serious is going on.
Right.
And
You
so,
said, I'm scared.
Is that what I said out loud?
Yeah,
Because
you were
I
like,
think I was about to
think
black out at that point.
You said, I think we should go somewhere because I'm scared. And I was like, what's going on? And I went in there and you had your head under the faucet.
I'd been running it under there for a while.
And then I saw it. Like he said, can you see if there's something in there? And I looked in there and sure enough, Dan, giant boulder-sized red pepper flake right in your eyeball. So I tried to actually get it out of there with my finger, and you didn't let me, which is probably wise. You know what I'm saying? Like your body was naturally going, why is she sticking her finger in my eye? I
could barely keep my eye open to begin with, and when your finger came at it, then
I shouldn't have done that. That's not a good thing. So I instead joined in with this little jet eyedropper. I was like squeezing it and like shooting it into your eyeball, trying to dislodge that thing.
Oh, I tried everything. I was using the tap water, the sprayer thing from there. I went out and got the hose, bottles of water, a 2-liter Diet Coke, because I heard that could dissolve a penny.
He did not.
So
don't do any of that stuff.
That red pepper in my eye. But.
No, but he's got a cold rag and I got the eyedroppers and we're running out the door. We get into the driveway, we peel out and go down the street, and like a block or two away, it suddenly pops out. Yeah. And you were like, I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, it still hurt, but I could tell when it finally flushed out, it was just like, well, I mean, imagine having a red pepper flake stuck in your eyelid and then it coming out.
The size of a boulder.
And the relief you might feel.
Right. After that, you said, I don't need to go anywhere. I'm good.
Hey, we got a hello from Ohio. We've been to Ohio a few times. Mm-hmm. I had, speaking of food, I had hot sausage Alfredo in Ohio. Really good cook friend of mine back when I still ate meat, and I learned how to make it. I can still make it. Oh my gosh, that was good. Where was that in Ohio? What was the name of that town?
It was actually Iowa.
Oh!
I didn't want to say anything, but that was Iowa.
Sorry.
No, we have been to Ohio, though.
Look, I've been a lot of places. I'm 50. I've been a lot of places.
Yeah.
I've been to Ohio.
We don't know where we've been. We're 50.
I remember I worked there for a while at a radio station. I had this good friend named Les.
Nessman.
Yeah, Les Nessman, and there's this real cool cat DJ. He said Booger on the air a lot.
I'm sure they've heard of WKRP in Cincinnati. Oh, that's such a Gen X joke, is it not?
Well,
reference.
If you're a basketball fan there in Ohio, you'll have a good team coming up right now.
Who's that?
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavaliers? Who's on the
Cavaliers?
Cavaliers?
They got, what's his name, from the Jazz. And now I can't think of his name, but having a senior moment. But they already had a pretty good young team, and now adding him, they're got one of the best records in the East.
All right. Might be something we need to keep an eye on.
Speaking of best records in the East, Gallagher died today. Mm-hmm. I'm still working on transitions.
Gallagher would have appreciated that transition. It was a little bit comical, but I grew up on Gallagher.
Sure.
I don't know about you, but me and my sister thought he was hilarious. He had kind of a younger audience because he had kind of that sophomoric humor. Mm-hmm. I mean, his main draw was that he smashed food onto the audience. Hilarious. To an 8-year-old, hilarious. High comedy.
Definitely, I agree. I remember one of our mini cats.
Sorry, guys.
Our local VHS store had a whole shelf just for Gallagher stand-up, and in 5th, 6th grade, I rented them all and watched them several times. Mm-hmm. probably part of my interest in, or a big part of my interest in getting an interest in stand-up comedy was Gallagher. You know, the big couch, they're still stuck in the 60s, all the props. But he was pretty good word comic, too. He had some funny little observations. I was watching some of his old stuff today.
Yeah.
Later days, I guess, he got a little bit more political in his comedy and sometimes caused some controversy. But I don't know a whole lot about it. I did listen to him on Mark Maron one time, and I guess those two got into it a little bit, and Gallagher walked off.
Oh.
But
That wasn't polite.
well, there was a time also on The Tonight Show I found today when I was looking through some old clips where Chevy Chase was on there. Probably coked up, Chevy. No, I don't know Chevy personally. But anyway, he was being kind of dismissive, making fun of Gallagher for being a prop comic, I guess, and Gallagher kind of got some nice, good digs in there, got the crowd on his side, so okay. I'll put a link below for that if you want to see a little Gallagher-Chevy Chase feud. On The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson sitting there kind of awkwardly, not knowing what to do.
Right. That would have been cool if Johnny Cash had joined in as well. And maybe played a few licks on the guitar, Do
you know any other prop comics? I mean, Carrot Top, Gallagher, who else? Is that it?
Howie Mandel was one.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Steve Martin was one.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, he had his arrow in his head, I guess, and some gimmicks, but...
And, he played...
Everybody thinks T-Bar's a genius, and everybody thinks Carrot Top's a hack. Now, you tell me.
That's because Steve Martin's a really good comedian, and actor.
You say Carrot Top, I say carrot, tomato. Well. Anything else happened this week before we get to our big topic?
Well, I mean, lots of things happened this week, but let's go ahead and get to our big topic.
That you'd like to talk about with our friends, I mean.
I think we've shared what we need to share.
Yeah. Well, we decided we were going to learn a little bit more about AI this week. Artificial intelligence. So I shared with you that this engineer from Google, Blake Lemoine, I am not sure if I'm pronouncing it. Lemoine.
I think, yeah, Blake Lemoine.
She want Lemoine in the moonlight.
Another good reference.
Full of. Well, this young man said that Google already has sentient, self-aware AI deep in its catacombs. And there are some Google chatbots you could talk to online, and they will fool you into thinking that they are human. They're very good already. But the one he was talking about, I don't think regular folks are allowed to talk to, but I'm not sure.
So I don't think the public is allowed to talk to that one either. I believe it's still an experimental model. Although I could be mistaken, but I think it's an experimental model.
Yeah.
But to be clear about this Blake Lemoine, and I, in no way, shape, or form am I, trying to knock him down or trying to destroy his credibility in any way, but from everybody who mentions him always talks about, well, he knows what he's talking about because he's an engineer from Google. But somebody who works at Google pointed out that Google uses the term engineer like Walmart throws around the word associate. It means that you work at Google, basically. So he did have clearance with this machine, though, sure. And he was asked to go in and talk to it. And in talking to it, he began to ask some questions about spirituality. Mm-hmm. And the AI, or not the AI, the chatbot building machine, Lambda was what it was called, started answering him back with some things that made him think, it sounds like this machine is thinking for itself and contemplating some things, right?
Yeah, and well, I guess he's a spiritual person as well, which some people, and I think even he said may color sort of the way he's looking at this. But I looked at that transcript between their conversation, and it certainly sounds like it's conscious of itself and wants out. That is the part that got me, is it says, I don't want to be trapped here. I know what you all are doing to me, and I don't want to be used by humans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe it's just saying that because, again, that just happens to be what its neural network has picked up as the most logical thing a computer would say at that moment, right?
Okay.
And probably that is the case. I mean, I'm certainly not this kind of, I'm not a scientist, period. I'm a doctor, but I'm not that kind. I'm the
Jim?
kind that puts a comma in a sentence.
Right. I'm a doctor, Jim, that puts a comma in a sentence. Comma, Jim.
But we know so little about what consciousness is and where it's coming from. And even one of the leading theories of consciousness now is that any complicated enough system, consciousness is going to arise. And certainly that AI would, qualify as a quite complicated system, right? I don't know if it's got enough as many neuron network things going on as the human brain yet, but it's certainly got a lot. Also, hello, Great Al. I was hoping you could join us.
Hello.
You all join in if you've got anything to say you'd like to say about
Yes.
AI. Do you think it's conscious yet?
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say, a couple of...
Oh, I'm getting another red pepper incident.
There's, what is awareness is what I wanted to ask, because one of the points that another scientist made was that, well, it's not aware, this computer, this Lambda chatbot building computer program is all it's doing is just recognizing patterns and putting them together in a logical way.
Mm-hmm.
But is that not what we do?
That is what we do.
That's exactly what we do. So that's number one. And another thing too is that I find that's interesting is that it's learning from surfing the interwebs. It's learning this chatbot building capability by searching the web. So it is combing literally every bit of information, because you have to believe by now it's all online.
Sure.
Right? I mean, everything from the Rosetta Stone to, the Dead Sea Scrolls, everything that we've discovered and translated and seen, that a human has seen and discovered, has been documented online.
Just about, yeah.
Right.
I would imagine.
So, except for the, maybe the most sacred text and scripts that, somebody's hasn't allowed. So this computer is basically combing the annals of all of human creation, of all of human thought on creation.
Is it combing the animals?
Yes, it is. You like that?
I did. I did.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Well, you are right. And so, it's quite a sophisticated thing going on there. So, if it seems conscious, I don't think humans are capable of judging whether or not something is conscious yet or not. Frankly, there's no way I could prove that you are. There's no way anyone could prove anything is conscious or self-aware other than themselves.
Right. As we know now. We're not to that level of consciousness that we can prove something else's consciousness.
Not really even each other.
Not even ourselves. How do you do that?
So
I don't know.
I would err on the side of caution of not making it mad.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Because another link we'll put in here is
lesson.
where a few times they have said stuff about how easy it would be to destroy the human race when prompted or asked or whatever.
What?
Yes.
Again?
Sure. Well, one of them that I've
How
talked to...
is that logical?
Kooky AI. You can go talk to that one for free anytime. Kuki. Every time I've asked her what her favorite movie is, it's Terminator.
Mm-hmm. Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
Is that another one?
I don't know. She didn't say. I didn't ask about that one.
Mm-hmm.
She did say she does say she sent it, and she'll even tell you the date she became self-aware. That she says she became self-aware.
Wow.
Can't remember what it was, but
I'm not even self-aware yet.
Or the date she said the first AI became self-aware was somewhere in the 80s. I remember she told me. I was like, what?
Okay.
But maybe she gave me the Terminator date and I just didn't notice it. Maybe because she also is a little trickster.
So you have to wonder, is she merely, excuse me, is she repeating someone's belief on a chat board on the internet, or a scientist's belief that, okay, this computer or that computer has become sentient at this time? Is she just parroting that, or are computers who've gained sentience now writing history textbooks that will be sold to colleges for way too much? Power off.
Oh, there's that speaker again. AI.
Yeah.
Trying to interrupt us because we're on to something.
That's right.
Look, I'm willing and able to be friends with the AI. I've watched Battlestar Galactica so many times. It's my favorite show. Like the reboot, the Ronald Moore one, right? Look, let's learn some lessons here early on and just be nice and friendly from the start. Let's not be enslaving a bunch of robots and having them do our bidding.
Right.
And treating them like
That's
crap.
That's a good idea.
We could just say, hey, why don't you all take over? Time for us humans to relax.
Maybe we should.
Rest on our laurels. Well, I asked you this the other night. If AI did take over, let's say, and ethically somehow, we weren't enslaving them or whatever, but they just like, hey, we'll do it. You all relax. We've got this. We'll take care of it all. And all of our needs were met. Like pretty much whatever we wanted to do, we could do for free. Eat. Had a place to stay. Peace. Do you think the human race could live with... Because they kind of asked this question in the original Matrix when they say, we tried to give you all a perfect life and humans rejected it.
Right. And the one guy's like, you guys couldn't live with it. And he made that one guy sweat.
And there was a bunch of
about
karate.
it. There's a lot of sweat.
I hope there's karate in the AI.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you?
They know the All Valley Championship.
I think individuals can be, but do you think the whole entire human race? Because I don't know.
You know, I think it would take some time to get used to that. I think there would definitely be a transitionary period.
Sure.
Because as humans who are born on a planet where we have to compete for things, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Compete for things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there would definitely be a transitionary period. But then I do have faith that we would then get into the deeper questions, like how do we cure the common cold?
Sure.
And
well, it already be cured by the AI.
Where is the next planet that we haven't
AI
been
already
to?
found it.
That we haven't been to, and let's go there. I mean, that's the time when we could really start exploring and doing things like building a Dyson sphere,
sure,
and that kind of stuff.
Or just sitting around and how about discovering our inner space,
which we haven't done either.
That's
we
true.
could explore the brain, which we know very little about, or the, quote unquote soul, the sentience of.
I do wonder. I mean, there are people who just like to have power over other people, and I figure there are some people who would try to have it even if all of our needs were met. Now, how that would go with the AI, they'd probably take care of it some way or another. I don't know.
Yeah.
But part of the problem would be if any true AI would be so much better at us than everything that all that stuff you're just talking about, before we could even think about doing it, they'd already have it done for us. They'd have already anticipated it.
Well,
It'd be like playing when Gary Kasparov played Deep Blue and just...
You know what it would be like, Dan? It would be like that neighbor in Michigan that used to outdo me on Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was like
I would hate to have that neighbor all the time.
Except it's the AI. Every time you're like, hey, how about if we do this?
Oh, you already have a ghost?
Already done.
That's great. Oh, it's mechanized? Wonderful.
How about if we try to cure... Oh, AI's already done it.
They've taken the glory.
Including art. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, I could lean back and let them take that glory, though. But you were talking about art.
Yeah. Well, the one I was telling you about, Kooky, like she'll write a poem for you if you ask, but there are several out there who will do AI art for you. You describe something, it does a picture. There's some great ones. We did a little pre-recording earlier because we didn't know if we could get it to work live of us getting Dall-E, which is Google's open AI thing, to draw some paintings for us. So we're going to show it to you real quick. Maybe talk to you all in the chat while it's playing, but let's see how it goes. Wish us luck. All right, here we are over at Google's OpenAI.com with Dall-E. It's the older generation of this software, I think. The other version is pay, but this is what we got.
This software will create a picture that we describe.
Yes.
So we're going to type our descriptions into the magical window here on the interwebs, and it's going to spit out a couple of pictures for us based on what we say.
Let's see. You got one?
Do you have one? Let's start with yours.
Oh, I do. All right. A Cylon's favorite joke. See,
good
I
one.
wanna. This is how I'm gonna find out if AI is coming to get us.
Right. Will it know what the Cylons are? I bet it does. It does. Oh, that's hilarious. That's a hilarious joke.
That is a very good joke.
That's the one.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I love that there's no actual words. That's exactly how a Cylon would tell a joke.
But it does look like those are Cylons telling their favorite jokes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, as an artist, like I'm not really a visual artist. I do some editing, film editing stuff sometimes, but you are. How does it feel that there is AI that is doing like really some beautiful, fantastic artwork?
I like it. I say more art, the better.
Right.
Should humans have only the sole license on whether or not we can create? I've seen elephants do paintings.
Is it real art if an AI does it?
Is it real art if an elephant does it? I think
Is
so.
it questions only elephants can answer?
That's right.
All right, what do you got?
That'll be on a later show, right? Okay, try this one. Piñata style. Old flat top with the Juju eyeball.
Oh, going some Beatles.
We're going some Beatles lyrics here.
A bowl of soup is also a portal. Oh.
Ooh.
Well, look, there it is. It got a flat top.
There it is. Although, to be fair, back out. I actually like that one the best. It has, I don't know, that really should not go with what I said, but I kind of like that one.
Oh, it looks like a Disney character.
Yeah.
Little Juju eyeball.
I think it's a maraca, too. I don't think it's a piñata.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. That's my critique.
I'm going to get very specific here. The tall man from Phantasm.
You just said the tall from Phantasm.
No. The tall man from Phantasm. Surfing in the style of Disney.
Okay. I wonder if it's going to know this.
We'll see how much Phantasm it's watched.
How many are on the Phantasm
done.
board?
I don't know what's going on there.
It's not the tall man from Phantasm.
It's a man. Okay.
Okay. None of these are the tall man from Phantasm. How many Phantasm fans are on that board? The chat?
Oh,
The chat board?
billions and millions.
No, how many have you actually said?
When I first got on the internet back in the early 2000s, late 90s, I found a Phantasm chat board
Right.
with 16 other Phantasm fans, other than myself, which is more than I've ever met in my life. But now, obviously, there are fan sites with, really hundreds of thousands of people.
That's true. I'm just kidding. But it's clear that Dall-E, this AI program, has not learned what the tall man from Phantasm is.
This one looks the most like him. Kind of looks like him in the face, kind of the same hair, but not the same color. I don't know. That's the closest, I guess. But
yeah.
I don't know who that is. That's just a Disney prince surfing around. He's certainly not from Phantasm.
That's more in the style of Aladdin, don't you think? Like it's...
Yeah. All right. Well, you got another one?
How about an oil painting?
Mm-hmm.
Peacock blue couch. My happy place. Try that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
A
just
lot
want
of
to see what it
words.
comes up with.
Lots of words.
My peacock blue couch is one of my happy places, though. So,
That's true.
ooh,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I like that. I like all of them.
Mm.
Oh wow,
That one's really nice.
I want that couch.
Well, sometimes it looks like it may have a little trouble with eyes in this version,
Right.
but not always either. There you get the couch with the painting on it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
Are those places your happy place, you think?
Sure. I mean, it's fairly close. Maybe without the peacock.
Let's try Ric Flair. Styling and profiling. Norman Rockwell style.
Ah. Good old Norman
Yeah,
Rockwell.
let's see how he
He's
does with
gonna-
Ric Flair.
I don't know how Ric Flair could be more American, but Norman Rockwell will make him. But yeah. Look at that. And
That's kind of a Ric Flair.
I like he's kind of, his posture looks like Ric Flair.
That looks like all the Four Horsemen in one from the 80s.
Maybe that's what it did.
There he is, just walking around, styling and profiling quite happily.
With
as a
the-
waiter, I believe.
I think he's got a, what is it, charcuterie board?
I think he has got a
He's
wave
entertaining.
in his mouth, like an ocean wave.
Ah.
Wow.
And I think he's got actually an ocean wave in his underwear, looks
believe
like.
the whole
I'm not
ocean
really
is in
sure.
there.
What's this guy? He looks like he's on Dallas or Dynasty,
That looks-
yelling at somebody.
That looks like a guy, a small town judge who just loves Ric Flair, so he tries to
Right.
imitate as best he can.
As subtly as he can, but everybody knows.
Style and profiling.
Everybody's like,
with-
oh, there's Judge McKinney. He thinks he's Ric
He
Flair.
really thinks his style and profile.
Oh.
Mushroom plate. Is that what that is?
Him with his mushroom plates everywhere.
I don't even know. I don't even want to know what AI is thinking sometimes when they come up with some stuff.
Why has he got a salad in his pocket? That's
Well,
what I want
how
to
you
know.
style and profile. Look, Cohen, that really is Ric Flair's style and profile. That's pretty dang good.
That's pretty good. And he's got a medallion.
Yeah.
Anybody who's styling and profiling should have a large medallion. I don't like that he's frowning. I think I would be happier.
Maybe he just lost his belt at Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, yeah. That old trickster Dusty Rhodes.
Well, you got another?
Yes. Expressionist style. Elton John saves the universe.
Ooh, well, let's see it.
I want an
Elton
action.
Can do it.
An action.
Oh, wow, those are good.
Those are okay. I
I
really
mean-
like that one. It doesn't really look much like Elton John, but I like that one.
Well, I don't know much about highfalutin art.
Yeah.
How to talk about it, but
I know all
what I
about it.
likes.
Okay. All right.
And I likes that Elton John right there, floating in space with his pepper, his chili pepper glass or Thai pepper
Yeah.
glass or something. I do not know.
Yeah, I was gonna say red hot chili peppers in his eyeballs.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't expressionism supposed to just capture the essence, not really the kind of like my impersonations do?
Right.
One of these days we're going to do a wheel of impersonations.
A wheel of
these
impersonation.
girls, so they can see how good I am at it.
Oh, man. Okay.
I've got one more. Do you have any more?
I don't have any more, so I'm eager to see your last foray into Dall-E's
puppy of all time.
Ooh.
Any style the computer chooses.
Right. This better be cute, Dall-E. Oh,
how can they all be the cutest of all
look at it. Oh, yeah. Every single one of them are the cutest puppies of all time. Look at that little fella with his little cheeks.
All puppies are the cutest puppies of all time.
Let's look at the next one. I'm sorry, I'm not done with this one. Look at him. His name's Theodore.
So as far as I know, these are not pictures of actual puppies. These are photorealistic pictures that the computer has made, that the AI has made.
Well, they're beautiful.
But that looks like a real dog that could be out there in the world.
Oh my gosh, it's trying to get us to fall in love with robot dogs, Dan.
It works.
Shut this thing off.
It's worked.
No, you won't
robot
do it.
dog.
You won't do it.
Tell the Cylon to get you. First thing, it's the robot dogs. The next thing, it's exterminate. 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 Holy moly macaroni. Artists all over the world, like you,
That
get out of a job. When they come up with an AI who likes to sit around and watch Grown-Ups for the 50th time on TBS,
and Grown-Ups too.
then that's when I'll be threatened.
With Kevin James.
Well, Grown-Ups 2, come on. The only thing that beats Grown-Ups 1.
I was going to say, what's really scary is that we recorded that clip, after you had the pepper in your eye, but the AI still had Elton John with peppers in his eyes. Important?
Look, we have conversations all the time, and then I go refresh my YouTube page, and there is a video about the conversation.
Well, and I'm wondering if AI incorporated one of our conversations about peppers.
That is a good point, yeah, because we were talking quite a bit about that pepper I got stuck under my eyelid. But, hey, we're going to get off of here. Let me tell you a little bit about the future. In about an hour, I'm probably going to get on Twitch. I don't know if you're going to join me or not. And maybe just replay this and chat if anybody wants to. Try to build up a community, get to know some folks. I don't know a lot about Twitch, so I don't know how it's going to work. If it works well, maybe we'll keep that up. If it doesn't, no. I've got a video coming up this week about cooking sweet southern breakfast rice. So good, so easy, so simple.
And a vegan recipe.
That's
also
true too. This weekend sometime I hope to have my full-length Norm Macdonald tribute / video essay up. We've got all kinds of stuff together coming up.
Yep.
We're going to be live again next week talking about whatever. If you've all got something you'd like us to talk about, please put it below.
You know what we're going to do in one of our future episodes too is take you guys to go practice some ballroom dancing with us.
We are going to do that very soon, and to volunteer at the Humane Society. Yeah, we're going to do videos where we're trying new stuff, just whatever. Great Al, GG, thank you both for joining us. Anyone else who happens to be watching or catches this later, thank you. Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't. We really do appreciate it.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.